people or society or civilization. Yes. So we have to understand the nature of the people there. They settled in this region, which was known as Sapta Sindhu, which was known as, it is a divine revelation to ऋषि मुनीज, जिनको सीयर्स भी बोलते हैं, गॉड सूर्य, सन गॉड. He was leading them on chariot because of Agni. No, not सूर्य, but कहाँ गाओगे? यजुर्वेद वो आपको बताएगा, right? And then Atharved is basically giving us information on everyday rituals. Now we are again coming back to this idea. So there is this Vedic literature. First I am giving you the framework and very short and crisp understanding of Vedic age, and then we will proceed, right? Now Vedic age is an age associated with Vedic literature, because the primary source of this age is literature, right? The time period to which it is dated is 1500 to 600 BC. It is further divided into two main phases. One is Rig Vedic phase, also known as early Vedic, and the other one is later Vedic phase, or also known as post-Vedic age. This is having 1500 to 1000 BC as its time period. This is having 1000 BC to 600 BC. Right? This is one thing. When we understand broadly the Vedic age. Now, going by the background, how this age developed, what is the origin of Vedic age? So any age is marked by the people or society or civilization. Yes. So we have to understand the nature of the people there. Nature of the people there, right? Now there are different theories with respect to the origin of this time period or starting of this time period. When we have understood that there had happened decline of Indus Valley civilization, so obviously there would have come certain people. Yes or no? Population might have increased. People must have come. अब वो रीबॉर्न तो हुए नहीं होंगे, मतलब कुछ तो हुए भी होंगे. But this is what we have to understand, that there is something to do with people or society. So with respect to that, there are different theories on the origin of Vedic age. Now there is understanding of people which were part of this Vedic age. What kind of people? One was original inhabitants, known as Das or Dasyus, right? And then there were Aryans or Indo-Aryans, right? This is very important understanding which you all have to make sure that you are understanding for once, right? This Aryan word is used in two contexts. One, the speakers of Indo-Aryan language. I'm again repeating, this word Aryan is representing two meanings: speakers of Indo-Aryan language and is also associated with color, right? Different theorists or different archaeologists or historians have different viewpoint, right? Some suggest that Aryans were those who were speaking Indo-Aryan language, which have genesis in Indo-Iranian texts. इनकी कुछ कुछ words Iranian थे, right? Iran suggests that they might have migrated from West Asia. Some say they were pastoral nomads who came from steppes, Eurasian mountains. Eurasia से आए हैं. Some say Central Asia से आए हैं. Some people are saying West Asia. Some, for example, there is a theory laid down by Bal Gangadhar Tilak that we do have references in Vedic texts about that there were long nights and long days, up to 6 months. तो ये वाला सिनारियो कौन से कॉन्टिनेंट या रीजन में होता है? आर्कटिक में. So there is this Arctic theory also. This won't be asked in prelims. This is just for understanding about the origin of Aryans, right? You have to, from examination point of view, understand this, that what is this word Arya? It represents the speakers of Indo-Aryan language as well as color. Usually, Aryans are considered to be having fair skin. And Das or Dasyus, who were the original inhabitants of the region, were having black. अब black को literally black मत लेना, right? So there are some racial color differences in Aryans and Das or Dasyus. Clear? Is this clear? Right? Next thing which you have to remember is that they were pastoral nomads. What do you mean by pastoral nomads? Yes. मैं आपको ये ना दोनों अभी थोड़ा सा साथ में करवा रही हूँ just to make sense of this age, right? We'll do the details of it. Now, when I'm saying early Vedic times, or when I say geography, they must have settled down somewhere. The people must have settled down somewhere. Yes or no? है ना? Let me raise this. मैं बनाती हूँ यहाँ पर. So the Aryans, if they have come from here, right, or here, they settled in this region, which was known as Sapta Sindhu. Which was known as Sapta Sindhu. मतलब Indus Valley civilization के इस वाले extent पे they settled, right? How were the people? They were pastoral nomads, tribes or clans. Tribes or clans. तो ये क्या है? Indo-Aryan tribes हैं. Indo-Aryan tribes हैं, clans हैं. They settled here. But when we talk about later Vedic times, these tribes or clans who were known as Jana, they settled here. How they could have settled here? Because by now, discovery of iron existed, right? This is known as Janpad. So in the later times, we start seeing, later matlab 600 BC onwards, or 700 BC onwards, we start seeing Janpads. Yes or no? This is understood? So this is how the geographical extent of Rig Vedic and later Vedic phase starts looking, right? When I'm saying pastoral nomads, this is what you understand. This is how the society would be. If society is having tribes, what kind of polity would be there? I'm asking you, what kind of polity would be there? Very good. So there is a headman. There is a headman. वो head सबसे पहले family का होगा. You will see headman in village, and then you will also see headman in the form of Rajan or king, who would protect its tribe. Who would protect its tribe. Is this very clear? Right? Now, besides protecting its own tribe, it had a function of protecting the wealth of this time. Wealth was cow. Wealth was cow. So Rajan's main duty was to protect its people and mainly the cow. Now, if any tribal head is there, I'm asking you, would he rule like a king, or would the people of its tribe would advise him and give him some power, or they would also have some power? So yes, definitely he was assisted by certain assemblies, certain assemblies like Sabha, Samiti, Vidhata, who would give some power to the king. Not all functions would be administered by the Rajan. There will be functions that would be administered by these assemblies, Sabha, Samiti, Vidhata. Clear? Is this very clear? Besides cow being the wealth, it had barter exchange. It had barter exchange because there was no surplus economy. It was not dependent upon trade. It was exchange. तो अगर ये exchange है तो what kind of other elements in economy would you see? Tax, but it was voluntary, जिसको बलि बोलते थे. Right? Was there any standing army which the king had maintained? No standing army. So who would give them army? Tribes. Matlab, they would assist. There was no standing army. Right? There was no standing army. इतना समझ में आ गया इसमें? Is there any doubt? Now, as per Vedic literature, which includes your 4 Vedas, it is suggested, अब मैं थोड़ा आपको Vedic literature का idea दे रही हूँ, because that is also helping you to understand what kind of people or caste system or stratification you would see here, right? Do you have any idea about Vedic literature in general? No? Very, very important part of your prelims as well as topic when it comes to UPSC, right? Vedic literature is of 2 types, Shruti and Smriti. But ये है क्या? Because if you understand this, then many things would get clear. So Shruti based literature is which is orally transmitted. It is a divine revelation. to ऋषि मुनीज, जिनको seers भी बोलते हैं, by God itself. Now, if you understand this, then you will understand the nature of Vedic literature. What is Shruti based literature? Which is orally transmitted to some Rishi Munis by God itself. That means it is a divine revelation which cannot be rejected. The teachings have been given by God itself. These Rishi Munis are nothing but Saptarishis. There are 7 Rishi Munis who have been given this knowledge of 4 Vedas. Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sam Veda and Athar Veda, right? For example, you must have come across this Gotra, Bhardwaj Gotra, right? You must have come across this Gotra of Atri, Valmiki. So these are few of the Rishi Munis who have been given these divine revelations by God themselves, right? These Rishi Munis is what Rig Veda say have been led by God Surya, sun god. He was leading them on chariot because of Agni, no, not Surya but Agni god. Agni god led them, and because of Agni god leading them, the forest got cleared and they could settle in Indus Valley civilization geographical extent. Am I making myself clear? So they came on chariots. जैसे महाभारत को visualize करो, right? So in Mahabharata, the chariot of Pandavas was led by whom? Krishna. Krishna was leading them. Yes. Similarly, imagine Agni is leading the chariot of these Saptarishis. And these were nothing but people who came from having cow with them. So cow was a wealth. They settled in village. Soon that village population increased. It turned into Vish. Vish is number of villages having same clan, right? As the number of villages increased, it had to be governed by one centralized authority that was known as Rajan. Right? So family of Rishi came, जैसे कामधेनु गाय. It's very divine, no? Very holy. So they had their own cows with them. They settled. वहीं से word आया है गोत्र. गोत्र is what? नहीं पता? हाँ, गांव में सबसे पहले क्या? गोत्र is cow pen. ये cow, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है cow के पास pen है. What is a cow pen? मतलब a family is coming and settling down in a place having a cow and a shelter. This is what is known as Gotra. That means ancestral roots we are tracing either from Bhardwaj, Atri, Valmiki, Gotra. They were the ones who settled down in a place. Is this clear? Right? Who led them? Agni god led them. Right? वो देखिए ना आपने Lord of Rings और ये सब Marvels, है ना? समझो ऐसे ही हो रहा है यहाँ पर. There are people, they are protectors. They are, वो Marvels की तरह ये मत सोचो that they will protect and save people from demons. No. Their role was to spread knowledge. Their role was to spread discipline. What was their role? To spread knowledge, to spread discipline. They were not doing wars. They were not doing battles in early Vedic phase. Their role was to spread knowledge, divine knowledge, which they have received from God. Is this clear? So this is your Shruti based literature which has been given to Saptarishi. So we do have in the sky and heaven Saptarishi concept. What are they? Stars. Constellations basically. Right? So again, understand with that perspective. So this Shruti based literature has 4 Vedas. Which are those 4 Vedas? Rigved, Samved, Yajurved and Atharved. Clear? This knowledge was mentioned in some palm leaf. ठीक है? Some leaf. कोई book नहीं थी. This has been written down on some leaves or bark, something like that, hard surface. ठीक है? तो उनमें ये लिखा गया है. Some have been intact, some have gone away. That knowledge has gone away. Is this very clear? Now each Ved has some parts. Now please be very attentive here. एक बार ही बस समझना है, उसके बाद सब समझ में आ जाएगा आपको. So each Ved has some parts. Samhita, Brahmana, Aryanka and Upanishad. ये है क्या, कैसे लर्न करना है, right? Now what is Rigved? What is Rigved? Mantras हैं इसमें. क्या है? Hymns. What do we have in Rigved? जो उन्होंने लिखा है. Yes, there is some text, some mantras which have been written down orally. मतलब orally they have been transmitted and then written down, right? Hymns हैं. अब what are these hymns? Mantras. These mantras have some musical notation. जैसे for example Gayatri mantra is recited in the similar tone by everyone. Yes or no? That musical notation or tone is what is Samved to these hymns or mantras. Am I making myself clear here? Oh, mantra क्यों लिख रही हूँ? Hymns or mantras, when they are musically set, it's there in your Samved. Once they have been musically set, they would be used in some different rituals. वो आपको बताता है यजुर्वेद. The purpose or use of mantras. कहाँ करना है? जैसे for example, when there is this new house being bought, this havan is to be, yagna or sacrifice is to be done. So what kind of mantra would be done? When there is a marriage ceremony, what kind of mantras or havan should be done? Right? When war पे आप जा रहे हो, which mantra is to be used? So Yajurved gives us that purpose. Clear? Rigved, hymns. Samved, musical tone. जब वो set हो गया तो आप उसको use करोगे ना, गाओगे. कहाँ गाओगे? यजुर्वेद वो आपको बताएगा. Right? And then Atharved is basically giving us information on everyday rituals. Everyday rituals. How many times your parents have done this nazar utarna? करा तो होगा कभी ना कभी. अथर्वेद. ईविल आए, आजकल बहुत फैशन है इसका उतारने का ना. एवरीडे रिचुअल्स. डन. खत्म ये. इसमें कोई डाउट है? ये याद रहेगा. ऋग्वेद, यजुर्वेद, मतलब पहले ऋग्वेद, सामवेद, यजुर्वेद एंड अथर्वेद. राइट? Now what I'm saying that each Ved has a part. मतलब there is Rigved Samhita, There is Samved Samhita, there is Yajurved Samhita, there is Atharved Samhita. Similarly, every Rig Ved has a Brahmana, every Yajurved has a Brahmana, every Atharved has Aryanka. Matlab, each Rig Ved has all these 4 parts. Similarly, each or Samved has all these 4 parts. Yajurved has these all 4 parts. Atharved has these all 4 parts. What are they? This is what we are trying to understand. Have you ever seen or read volumes of books? Harry Potter series, there are 0.1 version, 2.0 version. ये देखा होगा आपने, compilations होती हैं. Volumes पता है, volume 1, volume 2, volume 3 in books. Are you making sense what I'm saying? अब समझते हैं ये क्या है, right? Imagine these are pages, right? These are pages. There is some text written. कोई author है जिसने ये सब लिखा है, right? Yes. This is Rig Ved. This is one page of Rig Ved. This is one page of Rig Ved. This is one page of Rig Ved, and so on. Yes. Are you making sense what I'm trying to explain? It is loose. When you compile all these pages, it is a text book, right? This is Samhita. Compilations. So when you compile Rig Ved, it becomes what? Rig Ved Samhita. That means now this is a book. It has all these pages. This is a compilation now. This is Samhita. Clear? What is a Samhita? Compilation of Rig Ved. Similarly, you have Samhita of Samved. Similarly, you have Samhita of Yajurved. Similarly, you have Samhita of Atharved. Clear? What is Samhita के बाद क्या था? Brahmanas. Has anyone seen Bhagavad Gita? कैसी है वो? मतलब I'm not saying कैसी है. What I mean to say is मतलब how is it written? First mantras are written. उसके बाद हाँ श्लोक लिखा होता है, then उसका explanation लिखा होता है. So when you are compiling, it is only mantras which needs explanation. Yes or no? Brahmanas are those explanations to mantras. So after every mantra, there will be explanation to it. So what is Brahmana? Explanation. Now you're understanding the order. Brahmanas are what? Explanations of mantra. Simple meaning क्या है वो बताएंगे. Yes. What is Aryanakkas or Anyanak? Let's understand this. Aryans are, so after once you have understood that this is what it means, explanation पढ़ लिया, फिर आप क्या करते हो? Implementation इतनी जल्दी नहीं होता. पहले आप सोचते हो, then you try to think over it. Do you think in isolation or when people are around you? Isolation. You want that secludedness. You want that private space. You want that isolation. Where you do the contemplation or thinking about what has been written in explanations. और वो आप करते हो forest में जाकर. That is why Aryanakkas are called as forest books. Chintan. Yes? Why did Buddha or anyone goes to forest or mountain? They do what? Meditation. They do this contemplation. क्यों vacation चाहिए होती है beach side पे और book हाथ में रखते हैं लोग? They want to think over it. Yes. So Aryanakas are forest books or contemplation or thinking goes. And finally, Upanishads. What are Upanishads? Upanishads are basically the end of Ved. That means now philosophy is what would come out. Now all the learnings, teachings, and implementation would happen. हाँ चले गए फॉरेस्ट में, चले गए कॉन्टेम्पलेशन कर लिया, अब आएगा मेन पर्पस कि एक्चुअली व्हाट इज द पर्पस ऑफ लाइफ, व्हाट इज द पर्पस ऑफ मैन. इज दिस क्लियर? ये क्लियर हो गया है? अच्छे से क्लियर हो गया है? अब तो कोई डाउट नहीं है. व्हाट इज संहिता, व्हाट इज ब्रह्मणा, व्हाट इज आर्यनका, व्हाट इज उपनिषद, ये क्या है? कंपाइलेशंस हैं. वंस यू कंपाइल इट बिकम्स अ बुक, देन एक्सप्लेनेशंस. एक्सप्लेनेशन हो गए तो देन यू वुड थिंक करोगे तो फिलॉसफी बनेगी, और फिर आप फिलॉसफी झाड़ोगे जैसे मैं झाड़ती हूँ, है ना? यही होता है फ्लो. यू रीड pages, you compile, it becomes a book. You further explain it in simple words, and then contemplate, and फिर philosophy, ज्ञान, ज्ञान मार्ग. Clear? Additional to this, what we have discussed here is your स्मृति literature. इसका मतलब ये सब जो है ये किसका पार्ट है? श्रुति लिटरेचर का. राइट? स्मृति लिटरेचर इज what is remembered. This is transmitted, this is remembered, which is transmitted from generation to generation. अब आप क्या ट्रांसमिट करते हो? What do you transmit? Art of constructing, architecture has continued. मतलब the practical aspects, technology, know-how, that is all transmitted. Knowledge is transmitted. Yes or no? Folk stories are transmitted. दादी माँ की कहानियां, पंचतंत्र की कहानियां, all those folk tales. Yes? So what would be part of it? Your Puranas, your Itihas, your Sutras, your Smritis. All this is part of your Smriti literature. Puranas, old tales. Itihas, again, historical texts. Dharm Shastras, Dharm Sutras, Manusmriti. This have genesis from Vedic literature, which is Shruti based. Right? You have, Upved also here. जैसे धनुर्वेद, जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल आयुर्वेद. यस, दीज आर ऑल प्रैक्टिकल पार्ट्स. नो, उपवेद तो उपवेद, दीज आर उपवेद. यस, जैसे धनुर्वेद, आयुर्वेद, दे आर ऑल प्रैक्टिकल एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ Vedic literature. Then you have Vedang. Upved, you can say that these are all practical aspects. Vedang are auxiliary parts of Vedic literature, right? जैसे शिक्षा, कल्प, ज्योतिष, etc. छंद, वो भी मैं अभी आपको समझाऊंगी ये क्या होते हैं, कैसे लर्न करना है. बट दिस इज ऑल पार्ट ऑफ योर स्मृति लिटरेचर. इज द अंडरस्टैंडिंग वेरी क्लियर? ये बस एक बार ही समझना होता है इजी वर्ड में और फिर हमेशा याद रहता है. बट इफ यू रोट लर्न इट देन इट विल नेवर बी क्लियर इन योर माइंड. बोलते हैं ना धर्म ये है, एक राजा का धर्म ये है, एक टीचर का धर्म ये है, स्टूडेंट का धर्म ये है. ऑल दैट ज्ञान, धर्म, शास्त्र, पुराणास, right? They are all part of your Smriti literature. हो गया क्या? हाँ टाइम हो गया बट ठीक है, अभी लिख लो इसको. Are we clear on this? कोई भी डाउट नहीं है ना? पक्का कोई डाउट नहीं है? आज से पहले कैसे लर्न करते थे इसको? याद करके ना, रट कर. Now what do you think? Is it a fact or is it a concept? Concept. It's not a fact. वो मैंने जैसे बोला ना, हिस्ट्री को पढ़ाते ही फैक्चुअली है. So that's why it looks like it is very factual, but it's not. Done. Vedic literature, decent idea is done. We have to fill the gaps still, right? If this is clear, then things are easy. Now we are again coming back to this idea. So there is this Vedic literature, and then you have these phases, right? Now tell me, where would be the Smriti literature be compiled? शास्त्रास की बात, स्मृति की बात, सोशल ऑर्डर, जैसे मनुस्मृति है, राइट, हाउ द सोसाइटी शुड बी, राइट, हाउ द पॉलिटी शुड बी, ऑल ऑफ दैट ज्ञान would be given after 600 BC when there would be kingdoms. Is this clear? When would be the requirement for dharma to be upholded? When there are people, when there is a king, there is some centralized authority, है ना? So they will always be after this phase. 700 BC में भी हो सकते हैं, 800 BC में भी हो सकते हैं, 500 में भी हो सकते हैं, 400 में भी हो सकते हैं, but they are of later Vedic times, post Vedic times, right? If we have understood this, now as we evolve in post Vedic times, how would the polity change? How would the polity change? Obviously the influence of assemblies would decline. जैसे सभा समिति विधाता, इनका रोल चेंज हो जाएगा, राइट? राजन और राजा would become more powerful. Slowly and gradually, what we would see? Kingdoms. है ना, राइट? इकोनॉमी कैसे होगी? बार्टर प्लस वॉलंटरी प्लस फोर्स्ड टैक्सेशन ऑल्सो. ठीक है, क्योंकि अब उसको रन करना है ना एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. इफ ही इज नॉट हैविंग regular supply of income from revenue, how would he do it, right? Society, अब आएगा आपका कास्ट सिस्टम. सोशल रिजिडिटी बढ़ जाएगी, राइट? मोर डिफरेंशिएशन वुड कम. स्टेटस ऑफ विमेन, अगर हम यहाँ पर बोलते हैं विमेन का स्टेटस अच्छा था, यहाँ पर विमेन का स्टेटस डिक्लाइन हो जाएगा. क्यों होगा? बिकॉज किंग वुड बिकम पावरफुल, right? This is the basic minimum understanding which you should have. And tomorrow we have a class. We have a class, no, tomorrow? We have at 11 a.m. only, na? If I'm not wrong. नहीं, कल नहीं है, परसों है, I think, है ना? Okay, good. If we have it day after tomorrow, एक तो you will get time to revise IVC. Second, you can go through that content of Vedic period, right, to better understand in the class. I've given you a decent idea about the whole Vedic age and literature. Now you can read the content, not the slides. Slides में करवाऊंगी आपको for simple explanation. Clear? Right? मिलेगा तो कर लेना content Vedic age का, otherwise you leave it. After that also you can do. Is this very clear? पक्का आपको समझ में आ रहा है ना? Okay, बस इतना ही है ये. Come again, your voice is very slow. हाँ. हाँ, later वेदिक में आएगा ना? आएगा. Yes. I'm just giving you broad picture. We have to still fill the gaps, right? Very very clear ना? पक्का आ गया समझ में? ठीक है. Mission successful. Part 1. Part 2 is when actual prelims paper you will give, and I hope that you are all clearing.